Welcome to the InfoMullet YouTube channel. If you enjoy this content, please like or share. And if you'd like to support the InfoMullet by becoming a mulleteer, visit us on Patreon. We appreciate your support. Is the situation that just broke yesterday with the National Guard. So right now, there's about 40,000 National Guard troops deployed nationwide under what's known as a Title 32 deployment. And a Title 32 deployment is a federal deployment that supports a local state government. And the benefit of Title 32 deployment is the cost of the pay is borne by the federal government, and the troops that are deployed, the National Guard that are deployed, can earn federal benefits. And these benefits are things like time on their early retirement or retirement earnings, 40% discount on public education or the GI Bill. You have to serve 90 days in a Title 32 deployment to be able to qualify for the federal benefits. So this order was put in place in March, and it expired on May 31st. So it was going to expire in 11 days. These 40,000 National Guard, I've mentioned many times, they're helping set up hospitals or temporary hospitals and shelters. They're helping at food banks. They are the surge capacity of hands and feet on a logistics. Remember, you don't win wars by strategy, you win them by logistics. Amateurs talk strategy, professionals talk logistics. These 40,000 National Guards have been those logistics for a lot of states. And this is why, you know, bipartisan stuff is very rare. Governors, Republican, Democrat, have been asking the White House to extend that deployment order from May 31st, either for a couple months over the summer or even to the end of the year. So they put in a request to extend it, and a very odd response from the White House came out. The White House extended the deployment for 24 days, and it will end on Wednesday, June 24th, in the middle of the week. Now, for those of you wondering why that date is very specific, that date is 1 day before the 90-day deployment. So in a way, the White House has just done a giant screw you, not only to the states, but to every National Guard who's been deployed for the last 2.5 months. Because if they don't make it to that 90 days, they won't get the benefit of the early retirement. They won't get the GI education bill retirement benefit. They won't get they won't qualify for these other benefits, which requires a minimum 3-month deployment. And it seems like the overall cost of this to the federal government is $360 million a month. I'm not saying that's chump change. I'm a deficit hawk. I like fiscal prudence. But come on, $360 million in the grand scheme of what we're talking about these days, that's like barely, that's like, oh gosh, I don't know, maybe 1/10 an Iraq month. I mean, it's barely anything in the drop of the bucket for the stimulus, and these are the folks on the front line. So it's a real question of why we're not going to save a lot of money by canceling this deployment. It's not much, and we can argue the validity of a lot of these other things, but I think it's really hard to argue that the National Guard isn't playing a crucial role in surging this capability to the states. So why are we cutting them off from the states just when we're trying to contain this virus, and also making it so that the Guard members don't get any benefit other than, you know, they've had to leave their jobs, they've been exposed, they've been at risk for their family, and now they're not even going to get their 3 months to retirement. They got to get 20 years. It's not like they're going to retire on 3 months. They have to earn a bunch, but they're not going to be able to clock their 3 months. They're not going to be able to get their 40% off public college. It just seems like another poorly considered decision. I expect it will be reversed. I don't think this is going to stand. I think it will either come out that was a draft guidance which has been finalized and corrected or improved, or it was misunderstood or something like that. I think we're going to see the National Guard extended, but it's just another decision that makes no sense because it seems very punitive in nature with no basis in the actual, you know, a beneficial method. So thanks for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to follow the InfoMullet, visit us on Facebook or Twitter. And if you'd like notifications when we post new video content, click on the red subscribe button below the video. If you've ever wanted to become a mulleteer and support the InfoMullet, visit us on Patreon. We appreciate the support.